All right, welcome back to Well That Sucks, the feel-good subreddit. And by feel-good, I mean not for the people in the subreddit, but for us. Starting with number 19, me when I try to deal with my problems. No, it's babies. It's spider babies. Yeah. No, I saw this one coming. Oh my god, and the spider is still alive! All that you did was release all the little spiderlings, and then the main spider crawled away. Oh, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I posted a Twitter video because I was driving the other day. And then I looked down at my steering wheel and I'm like, oh, there's a spider on my steering wheel. This is great. Yeah, it was a little spider, whatever. The problem is that saga ended with the spider somehow teleporting from the steering wheel up to the ceiling. This was after I filmed the clip. I was stopped at a stoplight when I was filming the clip, don't worry. Anyway, it somehow teleports to the ceiling when it was 2 seconds earlier on the steering wheel. It starts dropping down from its web. It's dropping down, it's dropping down. It's about to land on my arm. And then I like at the very last second, someone must have been watching me in my car, like, what the hell is going on? Because I'm like this, and I blew it away, and now I don't know where it went. But it's still in my car, so it's gonna grow up, and somehow it's gonna have babies, even if there's not another spider there. It's gonna find a way. And I'm gonna get baby spiders in my car. Can you imagine if that happened while I'm driving and I like blow it away and then baby spiders? Don't wanna think, I'm just not gonna drive that car for a long time. Relatable. Kept refusing to take my wife to the local livestock household item auction. Finally buckled, now we have a peacock. Really? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I feel like part of a healthy marriage is being able to have a productive conversation and agree on kind of big life decisions with your partner. And just being overridden with, no, we're getting a peacock. It doesn't sound like a healthy way to go about doing things, because that's kind of a major commitment that is one that could yield regret. Assuming that this story is actually true. It could also not be true. But like, if we take it at face value, like you should be able to discuss those things. You shouldn't just end up with a peacock and be like, I didn't want this peacock, because that's gonna be bad for the poor peacock too. 10 years challenge, Blockbuster Video. Now just an abandoned building. This is more of an unfortunate 10-year challenge for the owner of the real estate here, because hopefully they're just in between tenants. And they just haven't been able to find anyone since Blockbuster once occupied the place, because yeah, that would suck to hold a property that's supposed to be rented out for commercial use and you can't find anyone. That'd be a bit of a bummer. Hi, I am Stevie Wonder and you're watching the Disney Channel. This might actually be the best title to go along with the post. I need to watch it again though. How is it that violent? It can't be. There's no car wash that spits out water from the thing hard enough to just cause you to get violently overtaken and require an exorcism. Feels bad, man. You know when you're playing Cards Against Humanity and you think your card is unbelievably funny and the person reads it out loud and not a single person laughs? Yeah, that hurts. I've had that happen to me before. Very relatable. I'm sure this got a lot of retweets. You shouldn't have cropped them out. You should have shown us just how very relatable this tweet was. 40,000 retweets or something like that. Come on. Just show me what I've never gotten on Twitter myself. So I was at school today, and it turns out while I was gone, my house lit on fire. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. That's kind of a bummer that happened. Also in a snowy environment. It must have been, I assume, some kind of like gas leak, maybe, or furnace left on. Sorry, I don't know. I don't deal with these things. I'm not a firefighter. Imagine getting your name excluded like this in a movie credit scene. Wow. Wow. Who was in charge of that credit section? Is there, you know, I've never thought about this, but is there a line for credits in the credits of the movie? This is the person who was in charge of developing the credits. Here's their credit too, because maybe they're the one to blame for why did poor Yuna Song. Why didn't she get lumped in with hot Korean girls? I'm sure the logical explanation for this is that they're in different scenes, probably. I'm trying to make Yuna feel better here, okay? Yuna, you're beautiful too. And it's purely the way the movie was shot. That's all it is. Ever flown 16 hours for nothing? Snowden buys a plane ticket from Moscow to Havana. Over 30 journalists pay last-minute airfare for a ticket on the same flight. The doors shut, the plane takes off, and Snowden's on the plane. It's a 16-hour flight. God. That's some real next-level trolling right there. Must have been a little bit pleased with his tactic. I guess he's like, you know what? What can I do to entertain myself while I'm cooped up at an embassy? I don't know if he's still at an embassy. I don't know if is he living his life freely in Russia? I'm not sure how that story turned out. I haven't kept up on it in the last few years, but in any case, probably cooped up at an embassy at this point. What can I do to pass the time? Let me just get some journalists to go on a flight and get stuck there for a while. You know, at the end of the day, I'm sure the journalists are fine with it. It's like the risk of losing that kind of lead probably far outweighs like, well, I guess I have to go on a 16-hour flight now. So I guess it happens. But quite the successful troll. I came in to find my tortoise like this. Putting the clues together, it seems he pooped, got it stuck on his foot, ran in circles trying to get off, and flipped over. Good job, buddy. How long did it take for you to arrive at this conclusion, Dr. Holmes? You could go into a practice just for pet crimes. Figure out how the tortoise got flipped over on its back. Who would do this sort of diabolical thing? Turns out, at the end of this hour-long Pet Detective episode, it was the turtle who did it all on its own. There was no foul play involved, and that's the big twist reveal. You thought at first it could have been the cat, then the suspicion moved over to the dog, but then at the end, the clues all pointed towards the turtle did it himself. See, what would happen in the wild if that took place? Would it just... Is that natural selection right there? It's like, damn, I pooped on myself and now I'm stuck here permanently and it can't turn over and it dies from starvation. Like, that really sucks. He died because he got poop on his foot. Good job, buddy. Pricey chew toy. That's a shame. You know, I'm thinking getting a Switch. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but it makes me more comfortable now that I don't have a dog, presumably, to do a thing like this. So, yeah. I guess I now know, though, if I get a hold of a Switch, I can never have a dog. So even though I'm not planning on ever having a pet, this will seal the deal. You can't have a Switch and a dog. They're incompatible with each other. Can't be under the same roof, otherwise you're out of luck. Playing Truth or Dare. I will never forget the time I was at a party. We were playing Truth or Dare and someone dared me to go home. I mean, there's no like legal obligation to follow through with whatever someone asks you. That's kind of, man, someone really just didn't want you there. They didn't even want you enough to continue giving you terrible things to have to do. They're just like, can you just leave? You leaving is better than us even continuing to ask you to do terrible things. So, you're no fun. Goodbye. This toilet froze and busted. Like, how cold is it in your bathroom? Did your furnace break? Because I guess if your bathroom is anywhere above freezing, like this wouldn't happen, would it? There's no way for the cold to creep up through the piping and then cause your toilet to freeze when it's not freezing in the room. Not familiar enough with the physics of really cold stuff, but I know it's pretty cold in a lot of the country right now. And you look on the heat map of the country, and then there's like Southern California that's just like nice and toasty. That's no good. I actually don't even know how that works. How in a place that gets down to negative temperatures Fahrenheit does it, how do you not have everything freeze and stuff? I don't understand how it all works. How do you keep infrastructure? God, I'm glad I'm not a civil engineer. Too true. A fun part of your 30s is waking up thinking you're hungover and then remembering, nope, this is just how my body feels now. Good thing I'm turning 27 on Sunday, and it's only 3 more years to reach that. I can't wait. Thanks, Sarah, for allowing me to look forward to just 3 more years, and then it sucks from there. Damn it. Forking anti-vax parents. There's a whole genre of Reddit posts where teens ask how to get vaccinated without their parents consenting. Just so you know, it's a thing. Man, they made it to like teens and they've not. That's okay. See, this is one of few things that kind of verges into what people might be able to argue becomes like a political thing or something that I'm just like, nah, I'll speak my mind, which is that vaccines are good and that you don't want to get your child vaccinated. So yeah, it's one of the few where I'm like, you know what, I'll deal with any blowback and I'm just gonna say no. Vaccines they're a good thing for certainly. So anyway, I won't go too much further than that, but at least I'll say something because I think it's important to say. Oh no. A patient at work has just been told they're too large to fit in the machine for a scan, so they have to go to London Zoo and have it done in an elephant scanner. I've never felt so bad for someone in my life. Let's look on the bright side of this, which is if there is ever gonna be a wake-up call for someone to lose weight, that'll be it. If I have a problem with my health and I go to try to get it diagnosed and they say, sorry, we need to put you in the elephant scanner, and they are being 100% serious, I'm gonna be like, okay, we're making a change. Because quite likely, whatever the issue is, might have to do with the weight. And so that's motivating. I hope. I hope. So anyway. Hey, something that makes me happy is when I see people send me a message somewhere on social media and they're like, hey, your videos, like over on the vlog channel mostly, have actually inspired me to make a change and start paying more attention to exercise and stuff. And I'm like, I like that. And I feel like this would be even more motivation to the extreme degree. Same. What's the dumbest thing you believed as a child? That I would grow up to be happy. That's a bummer. And it also has 199 upvotes. I don't know. I don't know it's not there. There are people who are happy. I'm pretty happy with where things are at. So, I would like to, obviously there's some survivorship bias there for sure, but there are ways to address it, I feel like. And also, if you are actually depressed, you should like try to talk to someone. There are people out there who can help with that. Just trying to provide positive thoughts and notes rather than necessarily just being like, me IRL, haha. So anyway, there are ways to be happy, I think. And it's definitely worth trying to address those things, because yeah, I think there are ways to make the most of many situations. I would like to believe. I haven't dealt with them all myself, and I have obviously been lucky. But you know, if try to talk to people about things if they're weighing on you. For every kid you voluntarily refuse to vaccinate, there is another who has no choice at all. I saw kids die daily from measles in Kenya. I saw a woman carry her child 30 miles on her back to get him vaccinated. First world parents who don't vaccinate are spoiled fools. Okay, we're getting back into another vaccination thing. I don't see that. I don't know if this is that much of a like, well, that sucks material as much as it, like, I know there is very, like, there's a lot of posts about anti-vaccination on or anti-vaccination on Reddit, and I get it. Like, vaccinations are good and it should be addressed, but I think that there's like a thing that no matter what subreddit you're on, it'll just like make it, anything that has to do with it will just be upvoted to the top, even if it's not really within the theme of the subreddit. So I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for the last month of Well, That Sucks. I guess the thing that sucks is that there are kids who are not able to get a vaccine, and others are opting out, or parents are opting them out voluntarily. I get it. Anywho, that's it for the last month of the sub, and I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you've taken pleasure in it. At least make sure to like if you liked, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can catch the playlist in the description if you want to watch more of these, / just watch all the other videos on the channel. And make sure to just, if you want to listen to the music, go to the Marin Music channel, link in the outro / description, and I'll see you next time.